Hello and welcome. This is Bree Stedman, host of Own Your BS, the podcast, where your negative head talk and the bullshit stories you tell yourself become irrelevant, and solution focus creates a path of emotional confidence, clarity, and control. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Own Your BS, the podcast. Today, I feel like it could be a little bit of a rant, possibly a bit of a kick up the arse, but something that I'm feeling very inspired to talk about, to share with you, because I want to inspire within you the inspiration and the motivation to change. And this comes from detaching from the story, from all of those past events of things that have happened to you, things that you use to justify why you are where you are, why you don't have what it is that you want, and why you keep getting caught up in shitty thinking over and over and over again. Because the reality is this: until you change the way that you are speaking to yourself, nothing in your life is going to improve. Not long term, anyway. You're likely going to experience short-term change and then fall into a space of complacency where habits then resurface, you buy back into negative head talk, and then you find yourself going down the same line of shitty thinking. So, I want to share with you the head talk loop. This is like the crux for most women. It keeps you trapped in a space that is not serving nor satisfying you long term. And it looks a little like this. Imagine that something happens to you in your life, an event, an external event, whether it's something that someone says to you or something that happens to you. Now, in the split seconds after this event happens, the event is processed through a series of filters within your brain. These filters include your memories, your past experiences, your values and your beliefs, and it also includes your hormones. So depending on where you are in your hormone cycle is going to change the way that you react to these external events. Depending on what you believe and what you value in your life is going to determine how you process this particular event. Now, in the split second after the event is processed through your filters, you create a story. And the moment you create a story, you assign an emotion to validate that story. Now, what we know about the female brain is that when we connect an emotion to a story, the story is burned in our brains and reinforces the strength of whatever emotion it is that you've assigned. This assigned emotion then inspires your unconscious mind to recall all of the past experiences, the past stories that also make you feel that assigned emotion. And so you get caught up in thinking about the past, in exploring the why things have happened to you, because it is charged with this underlying emotion. You are stuck in story. And while ever you continue to think about the things that have happened in your past, to talk about the things that have happened in your past, you are going to continue to feel what those things make you feel. And it's going to keep you feeling like shit. This is why I am so passionate, at the core of who I am passionate, of getting women to stop talking stories. The only provision of you being able to share your story is when you are not emotionally connected to things of the past. That is why I can share the stories that have happened in my life, like when I was that crazy psycho mama, because I'm not emotionally connected to those events anymore. I've worked through the emotional underlying factors. However, for the majority of the listeners of Own Your BS, you are still so emotionally entwined to your story. So, my kick up the bum for you today is to stop telling your story. if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't empower you, if it doesn't inspire you to change, then why on earth are you revisiting it? It's a big thing to change the way that you are thinking. And I know that it can be confronting. I know that it can be uncomfortable. Change and growth often are uncomfortable. However, you're listening to Own Your BS because there is a part of you that is not satisfied. So let's get out of the story. Let's stop seeing your life through the eyes that created the problem in the first place. Let's start looking at how we can improve the way that you see your life by turning a new page. Because your story is a breeding ground for you to stay in victim, for you to stay in what I call the wah-wah space, the whinging and the whining and the draining zone that just doesn't help. So, how do we create a new story? We create a new story by defining the perimeters that you want to experience and enjoy your life in. And this ultimately comes down to you being clear about what it is that you want in your life. If there is a relationship in your life that is not serving you, what characteristics or traits do you want in that relationship? If your job is not satisfying you, if your business is not satisfying you, if success is not satisfying you, then what would it look like if it did? The more you are clear on what you want in your life and the more you shift your focus to explore those avenues, the more you're going to see that show up for you in your life. So, I encourage you this week to look into what it is that you want. What does that look like? And if you were to imagine your life as that, what would it feel like? What would you be thinking to yourself in those moments when you are experiencing that life? Because that is the story that you want to nurture. I was just talking to a very good friend of mine whom I'm having on the show in the next few weeks, and we were talking about the old Indian fable of the white wolf and the black wolf. And I'm not sure whether or not you've heard it before. However, the general gist of it is this. There's a young boy, and he is talking to an elder, the tribe elder, and he's talking about conflict, the good and the bad, negative and positive. And he represents it through a white wolf, which is all of the good in life. It's the positive, it's the love, it's the joy and the happiness and the laughter. And the black wolf is the negative. It's those past experiences that don't serve. It's the why. It's everything that zaps your energy. And he's trying to understand why these conflicts happen and who wins in a conflict like this. And the elder, with all of his years of wisdom and knowledge, sits him down and he says, "Son, it's like this. The wolf that you feed the most is the wolf that wins." So, the next time you find yourself buying into your bullshit past stories, the next time you find yourself retelling moments from your past, think about those two wolves. What wolf are you feeding by reminiscing on moments of your past that are not serving you? Are you allowing personal growth? Are you allowing love and happiness into your life by thinking about that story? Or can you shift your focus to here and now, to what is good about your life right now, to what you want more of in your life right now? The more that you feed what you want, the more you are going to have that show up. And of course, this would not be an Own Your BS episode if I didn't also remind you of this one key factor, and that is this. When you are exploring what you want, please be mindful of the truth that is coming up. The yeah buts, that inner dialogue of when you think about what you want in life and that little voice says, yeah, but you're not good enough. Yeah, but I can't do that. Yeah, but if there is some negative voice that comes up when you dream about what you want in your life, that is the BS that does need addressing. It's not connected to past stories. It is something that is felt within you. So, explore that truth and then act upon it. Act to change that charge so that you are left feeling more emotionally in control of that moment. Own Your BS, the book, the podcast, and the program are designed with these 3 key elements in mind. Firstly, awareness. Being aware of where you are taking your attention. Being aware of how often you buy into your past stories. Being aware of that negative inner truth. When you are aware of it, you then act on it. You act to inspire change. You act to grow. You act to create the life existence that you want for yourself. And then you align those actions with what is most important to you. I hope that this week's episode has inspired you to get out of your story, because this is what I know for truth. You deserve everything that you desire in your life. Your family deserve you to be the best you that you can be. Your friends deserve that. Your dreams deserve that. It's not going to happen though if you keep buying into the stories that suck you down. So own that BS, take a stand for who you are and what you want in your life. And if you want that accountability buddy, if you want that consistent kick up the arse and you feel that I'm the girl that can give it for you, then please get in touch. Explore the Own Your BS website and take back emotional control of where you are putting your energies. Have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you next week.